what's up guys? So I've been wanting to film a story time or just kind of a rant almost, I'd say in general, for a very long time, so here we go. I'm going to be talking about the time I got called a skank while I was working by a customer, not even a coworker, a customer called me a skank. Let's go! So I work at this restaurant, I'm not gonna say which one obviously because I don't want people to go fucking hunt me down. I've been working there since I was 14 years old. When I first got the job there, I was really nervous because I'm like, oh, like I'm not gonna fit in. Like all these girls are so fucking old and so pretty and I'm literally 14. Like I don't even have boobs yet. And this restaurant is kind of known as like being like where like the hot girls work. Like it's, I don't know, that sounds bad, but like it's known to have a bunch of good looking girls serving you there. I was just a hostess, I wasn't even a server. It was probably like the first month that I was working there, I'd say, and I was wearing this dress. I wouldn't even call it, like, I wouldn't say I had anything showing even. It was down to my knees and it was a thick black material and it went from my knees to up here and it was probably like right here, and it wasn't a tank top but it was sleeveless, so it was like here and then it went right here and then here, so like a very square top, and it was black. I'm not gonna lie, I played hockey for 10 years. I had a bit of a butt at the time, so pretty much anything I wore showed off my butt. I'm not gonna be like,
I had such a fat ass when I was 14, oh my god, like, bitch, like.
No, I'm just saying, I played hockey, I had a little bit of a bubble butt, I was working out 5 days a week, and I was working, it was probably 10 o'clock at night, maybe 9, and I was just like waiting for this restaurant to close, like doing my closing duties, polishing some wine glasses, you know what I mean, like all the restaurant basics, sitting there by myself, and this girl walks up to me and she says,
I feel so bad for you.
And I said, oh.
Why? Like, I don't understand.
And she goes,
the boys here are allowed to wear full sleeve shirts and pants, and you girls are forced to expose all this skin and show off all your goodies.
I'm just gonna say, the place that I work, they never pressured you to show off like more than you're comfortable with. They never said, oh, like your shirt should be more exposing this, you know what I mean? They never ever said that to you. You could wear whatever you were comfortable with. They never ever forced you into wearing or exposing more than you were comfortable with. I didn't feel like I was exposing too much. I felt classy. I really liked the dress. It really looked nice on me. It was complimenting without being too skanky. May you have it. I hate using that word. I don't like slut shaming people. Like, wear whatever you want. Have your fucking nipples out. I don't give a shit. As long as you're over 18. Like, I literally don't care. You know what I mean? I hate slut shaming people. Like, wear whatever you want. Wear what makes you happy. If you want to have your butt cheeks out, go ahead. Like, I do sometimes too. But at the time, I'm gonna be straight up honest, I was not wearing anything that I would label as too much exposure. I'll admit, a lot of girls at that restaurant do sometimes expose a little bit more than they should. Not should, but they are a little bit more exposing of things because, to be honest, like that makes tips. Sex sells. Yeah, that's a fact. That's not something we can argue about here. Sex sells. If you're wearing a tight booty or tight booty skirt, whatever, or have your cleavage hanging a little bit more, you might get some more tips. So a lot of girls there would sometimes do that. I personally did not because I didn't make tips. I was a hostess. I didn't personally benefit from tips. I only made a certain percentage, so it didn't really matter what I was wearing. But I felt comfortable in what I was wearing. I liked it. I thought I looked good. I thought I looked classy. And this bitch just comes up and fucking ruins my day. Yeah.
I feel so bad for you. Girls are forced to show yourselves. Oh my god, it must be so hard being such a slut.
She didn't say that, but that's the vibe I was getting. I was like,
I'm 14, I got nothing hanging out, I ain't got nothing to hang out, like, fuck, I still wear a training bra, like, bitch, like, back off.
I didn't say that, but I was like, this is actually what I said to her, because I'm at work, I'm not gonna go off on her. I'm just gonna say what I want to say and say it professionally. So I said,
no, like, they never ever forced us to expose anything. I'm always wearing what I'm comfortable with.
I feel good in what I'm wearing is basically what I told her. And she goes on and says, listen, wait for this. To a 14-year-old girl. 14. Now, I'm not gonna say I looked old for 14. I looked fucking 14. I was a 14-year-old ass girl. And this girl says to me, I gotta prepare myself. I guess it's a good thing my husband isn't allowed to eat at blank, like name of a restaurant. Let's just call it Susie's. I don't know. And Susie's was a restaurant that was just like us. They had a similar menu. Our restaurant actually owned them. The dress code was similar there. It was honestly the same vibes, but a little bit down the road. Like, it literally was the same restaurant with a different name. And she's like,
my husband isn't allowed to go eat at Susie's because of the way the girls dress there, and now he won't be allowed to eat here too. Because of skanks like you.
Hold up, let me Oh my god, like I literally wanted to pop that bitch in the nose. Like I kid you not, guys, I was ready to fucking lose it. But I'm at work, I'm trying to keep it calm and professional. My first month at the job, like I could still get fired if I fucking stepped in the wrong spot. This is what I said to her. This is gonna sound so bad, but it was the most professional thing I could say without like being like,
bitch, you nasty ass, like shut the fuck up, like I don't give a shit about your marriage. Like,
I said,
ma'am, you really cannot blame a whole restaurant for your insecurities and issues with your marriage.
she looked at me, she goes, literally like, I could have gone on so much more. I've been like, you're a fucking like 40-year-old woman. You're really worried some 14-year-old is gonna jump up on her man with her non-existent boobs. Like, what am I gonna do? What am I going to do? Your fucking husband coming to eat here is gonna be checking on all the 14-year-olds at the front door. Like, if that is the case, divorce him because you're dating a fucking pedophile, man. He's a pedophile. Honestly, if you're worried about going to a restaurant with your husband, I fear for you, woman. Your marriage is not in a good place. Like, honestly, I don't understand relationships with that many, you know, trust issues. If you literally are worried about the person you love going to eat at a restaurant, then that's like a big issue. That's like a red flag right there. Like, leave that marriage. What has he done already in the past that makes you worry about him going to eat at a restaurant? A family-friendly restaurant that employs 14-year-olds. Okay, like, what are you worried about? What are you worried about? I'm gonna go over there and twerk my little 14-year-old butt on him and he's gonna leave you? Like, I don't understand why she was so miserable and bitter about her husband going to eat at a restaurant. Like, maybe if it was a strip club and I had my coochie all out, shaking all over the place, you know what I mean? Have her man come in here, give him a little lap dance, like, that'd be different. But like, a restaurant, why? Why in the hell would you worry about your husband going to eat at a restaurant? I just don't get it. Anyways, so that's a story about the time that a fully grown ass woman called me a skank while I was working. Yeah! Bye!